Question, were you better off under Trump's economy?
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I love you too.
4 years ago, you could give us half the price. And it's nuts. I was better off 4 years ago than now.
Would you have done something differently than President Biden during the past 4 years?
There is not a thing that comes to mind.
How would I put it? The money stretched a little bit further.
This is inflation. This is TikTok. This is inflation. This is what's happened.
Everything is high. Everything is high.
The cost of living in America is still just too high.
Is the price of groceries still too high?
Yes.
Groceries are still too high. Everyday things like groceries are still too high.
Chicken used to be the cheapest thing you could buy. Now it's the highest thing.
Chicken is way up.
Gas prices are high. Groceries are extremely high.
The American dream right now is really elusive for far too many people.
Put a businessman in office, you tend to do a little bit better.
Hate him or love him, he was good with the economy.
The greatest economy in the history of the world, which is what we gave you before.
Safe to say you're voting for Trump?
Yeah, and I'm a Democrat.
Once he left, everything shot up. I don't know what happened, but you can bring him back.
Please.
Kamala, you're fired. Get out of here. You're fired. Get the hell out of here.
Pride Month, and actually, let's declare it a summer of pride.
So you're a killer? Sir, yes, sir! Let me see your war face. Sir, you got a war face? Ah! That's a war face. Now let me see your war face. Ah! Bullshit! You didn't convince me. Let me see your real war face. Ah!
I hear it and I know, I know you won't take.
You will be a weapon. You will be a minister of death, praying for war. But until that day, you are pukes. You are the lowest form of life on earth. You are not even human fucking beings. You are nothing but unorganized, grabastic pieces of amphibian shit.
Abracadabra, these bitches know I got answers the way I...
It looks to me like the best part of you ran down to crack your mama's ass and ended up as a brown stain on the mattress. I love working for Uncle Sam. I love working for Uncle Sam. Let me know just who I am. Let me know just who I am. Marine Corps. 1, 2, 3, 4, United States Marine Corps.
So we won 2 beautiful, big, horrible in many ways, but we won 2 world wars with that attitude. And we didn't win with the woke stuff, but our military is not woke. We have some people on the top that are woke. They'll be gone so fast your head will spin, okay? Under the Trump administration, we will put more money in your pocket. We will let you keep more money than you ever thought possible. We will have large tax cuts for workers, and we are going to have something very special. No tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and no tax on Social Security benefits for our seniors. No tax. That's a big one. And you deserve it. You know what? You put up with inflation for the last 2.5 years. That shouldn't have ever been here, would have never been here. Think of it. We wouldn't have had the war with Russia and Ukraine. No way Russia would have done it. We wouldn't have had, you wouldn't have had October 7th with Israel. You wouldn't have had inflation. You wouldn't have had that horrible, most embarrassing moment in the history of our country, Afghanistan, the way they withdrew. We were going to withdraw, but we were also going to keep Bagram, the biggest military base in the world. We gave it to China. You know who has it now? China has it. 1 hour away from where they make their nuclear weapons. And on that day, we lost 13 great soldiers, and many were obliterated. No arms, no legs. The face was just disastrous. What these people, nobody ever mentions them, but we had a lot of people badly hurt. And what a shame. What a shame to see what's happened to our country, the border, all of the things that we've suffered in the last almost 4 years. We're going to get it back so fast. We're going to be proud again. We're going to be very proud of our country. Isn't it nice to have a president that doesn't need a teleprompter? What do you think, Byron? It's better, right? Huh? Did you see when her teleprompter crashed last week? She was talking about 32 days, Mr. Congressman. 32, she goes, and the election will be in 32 days. 32 days. The teleprompter crashed. 32 days. She kept going. Oh, I would have loved to. You know, it kicked back in. It's called a kickback. Like some people know a lot about a kickback. It's called a kickback. They know in this administration. But no, it's a kickback. It kicks back in. And it did kick back in just in time because she was about ready to eat the gun. Byron goes, yeah, this was, you know, when you do this, you have to have one ability. If the teleprompter goes, because it goes, I figured 5% of the time. It goes, it's gone. And you're standing up in front of all of the fake news, which is actually a much bigger audience than this because you got millions of people watching. So you're standing in front of the fake news with fake reporters and, you know, some very bad, and some good ones. And some good ones. I'd say 5%. Right? What do you think, Barry? 5%? I think so. 5%, maybe less. But, and if that happens, and if you don't do this well, you are ridiculed the following day, right? And I've had to go off with Bernie Moreno, and I was doing very well. But I had 57,000 people out there, television blazing, and he's going for the nomination, and it wasn't looking good. The wind was blowing at 49 miles an hour. I got onto the stage, and I'm looking at these two things, and they were like, so you can't read them. But I said, don't worry about that. They're going to blow off. And within the first minute, they blew off the stage. They were like 30 yards down the road. And I'm standing there. And that's when you find out whether or not you have what it takes, right? You're up there all by yourself. You're up there all by yourself, Mr. Lieutenant Governor. And you better get going. You can't do that 32 stuff that she was doing. Why did he have to fix that damn teleprompter? But it is true. I have a friend, he just wants to go into politics, but he's petrified of. He said, I have one phobia. He's a very smart guy, very rich guy. He wants so much to be in politics. I said, do you have any problems? Well, I have a problem with, I have a phobia against public speaking. I said, don't go into politics. If you have that phobia, I would not bother, right? What do you think, Byron? No good, right? He wouldn't come up and warm up the crowd like you did, would he? Stand here. Get me off. To crush inflation, we will quickly become energy independent, and we will frack, and drill, baby, drill. She won't frack. She's not going to frack. She's not going to frack. Pennsylvania, please, Pennsylvania, remember, she's not fracking. Her whole life is, we will not frack. We will not frack. She's go through a whole life like this. All of a sudden, oh, I look forward to fracking. No, it doesn't. I will cut your energy prices in half within 12 months. You're going to get them in half, 50% in 12 months. Because we have liquid gold. Nobody else has it. We became number one with me, number one in the world in oil. We have oil and gas, number one. Russia was number two. Saudi Arabia was number one. We were number three or number four. When I left, we were so far above them, and we were going to be not only, we were energy independent. We were going to be energy dominant. We were going to sell to Asia. We were going to pay off a lot of debt. We were all set to go. And then we had a great election because we got millions more votes, but something happened a little bit. We can't let that happen again. We're not going to let that happen. Look what happens when bad things like that happen. I will cancel Kamala's insane electric vehicle mandate immediately. Everybody will drive an electric car, they say. And soon, The problem is they don't go far. They're very expensive. They're made in China. And they have some other things. Now, with that being said, I think they're phenomenal. They really are. I say that because of Elon. Elon, they are phenomenal, by the way, but, for certain whatever. And we're going to have hybrids. We're going to have gasoline-propelled cars. We're not going to have hydrogen cars. Hydrogen cars is the new thing, right? Do you know about that? Hydrogen is the new car. They say it's great. Has one problem. If it explodes, you're dead. If it explodes, they actually say if it explodes, you're unrecognizable. You call your wife over. They call up the wife, would you please come here and take a look and see whether or not this is your husband? Because we cannot see. And she goes to the nearest tree, which is about 100 yards away, and she says, no, it's only blood. There's nothing there. She says, I can't tell. So hydrogen has one problem. It's extraordinarily dangerous. Other than that, the car works quite well, actually. I won't get near. I will never get. I don't care how good it becomes. No matter. And they'll probably say they're making it safe, but it'll never be safe enough for us congressmen, right? I also announced last week that we will make interest on car loans fully tax deductible. Because affording a car is essential to restoring the American dream. I got a call from a big guy on Wall Street, said, where the hell did you come up with that idea? Think of how simple that is. How great is that? Because now we're going to make more cars because of it, right? They said, where did you come up? When you think it's so simple, it was mentioned to me.
So what's on your mind?
Oh, Madam VP Harris, I'm worried about the election. Women's reproductive rights are on the line. Our Supreme Court is on the line. Our basic freedoms are being tested, Madam VP. I know you've been traveling across the country. What are you hearing?
Yeah, girl, I'm out here in these streets. And let me tell you, you're right, Taraji. There is so much at stake in this moment. The majority of us believe in freedom and equality. But these extremists, as they say, they're not like us.
They not.
There's a full-on attack on our fundamental freedoms. The freedom to vote.
Yep.
The freedom to love who you love. The freedom to be safe from gun violence. The freedom for a woman to make decisions about her own body, not having her government tell her what to do.
They out here trying to take away Pride, Plan B, and Planned Parenthood, but protecting pistols.
As well, and prison gang known as Tren de Aragua. Have you heard of them? Tren de Aragua. In Aurora, Colorado, and communities in all 50 states, this gang is terrorizing law-abiding citizens, including taking over multiple apartment complexes, and they are really going, and they are vicious as hell. Take a look at it.
Open borders, deadly consequences.
Border crisis. Record high crossings are putting a strain on cities across America.
It is a full-blown invasion.
Armed Venezuelan gang members storming an apartment complex in Aurora, Colorado.
When people talk about MAGA crime, this is what they're talking about. Biden and Harris had created a program to bring them in under humanitarian parole.
I am in favor of saying that we're not going to treat people who are undocumented across the border as criminals.
More than 13,000 illegal immigrants convicted of murder have been released into the United States.
My 20-year-old daughter, Kayla Hamilton, was murdered in her own room. Kayla's murderer was apprehended by Border Patrol crossing illegally into the U.S.
Kayla's murderer had been improperly released into the United States.
Abolish ICE. Yeah, we need to probably think about starting from scratch.
An Afghan national is in custody today after being accused of plotting an election day terrorist attack. The suspect entered the U.S. on a special immigrant visa.
More than a dozen people suspected of being Tren de Aragua gang members right here in San Antonio.
The gang members had been terrorizing the apartment complex.
New details in the murder of Laken Riley. The illegal immigrant suspect, who cops say committed the heinous murder, is a Venezuelan national.
And was paroled and released into the country
by the Biden administration.
2 men investigators say are in the country illegally from Venezuela are charged with capital murder in the death of Jocelyn Nungaray.
Court documents suggest a group of men arrested for beating and robbing a Dallas woman last month are members of a Venezuelan street gang.
Manuel Hernandez was booked by Colleyville police just 2 days earlier and released the day before the robbery.
And that's number one. That's number one. I will tell you right now, that beats out the economy. That beats it all out to me. It's not even close. The United States is now an occupied country, but on November 5th, 2024, that will be Liberation Day in America. Liberation Day. Thank you. So sad. This is what you call an unforced error, what they've done to this country. And to think that she's running for the president of the United States is a disgrace. And she's allowed millions of these people into our country, destroying our country. And it's not easy to fix either. We'll get some and we'll get them out. Then they'll get somebody else who has a nice look and a child. And it'll be the poster. It'll be, oh, how horrible are we? It's a very tough thing to fix, but we're going to fix it because we have no choice. But we're going to start with these horrible criminals, and there are lots of them. 425,000 illegal aliens convicted of crimes are now free to roam in our country, including all of those murderers and all of those drug dealers and all of the human traffickers in women. They traffic in women. You hear children, you hear men. No, they traffic really in women. Right here in Georgia, our nation was robbed of a brilliant 22-year-old nursing student, Laken Riley. You know Laken very well now. And after months of prodding him, Biden couldn't pronounce her name. He said Lincoln Riley, and Lincoln Riley is the football coach, or the coach. And this was in Congress, couldn't even get the name right. Laken was a brilliant young student, top in her class, going to be a great nursing student. Everybody admired her. She was killed viciously while out on a jog. She was assaulted, beaten, and horrifically murdered. Alien, you saw the picture from Venezuela. The savage monster who murdered Laken was let in and released into our country by Kamala Harris. She came in through open borders. Nobody even checked him. Come right in. Come right in. His brother was also in Georgia illegally. He's suspected of viciously murdering someone also in the Venezuelan gang. He's in that gang. In September, an illegal alien who Kamala imported through her open border process was arrested in Tennessee for strangling a 25-year-old girl to death and leaving her body covered in blankets for days. Her parents, all of these parents, they'll never be the same. He had a prior arrest record in the United States, was shielded for deportation by the horrible, horrible laws, rules, and regulations of Kamala. I can't believe how they allowed this country to become like this. This country is not, it can't go on like this. And they're getting worse. You look at little towns, villages, cities, and even the big cities, they're petrified that this is going to happen to them. The governor of Colorado is a radical left Democrat, but he just doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know what to do. Springfield, Ohio. We love Ohio. We won Ohio every time by a lot. We're leading now by a lot. And I know Springfield, beautiful little place, 50,000 people. They've just deposited 32,000 illegal migrants into the town. They don't speak English, but they've taken up the schools. They don't speak English. What they're looking for is interpreters because they have no idea what they're going to do. Nobody speaks, very few of them speak English. So they're looking all over for interpreters. That's what they want to find. When you go to the hospital, you can't get into the hospital because the hospital's all occupied. And they want to be so nice and they want to be politically correct. And the mayor seems like a nice person. He's saying, well, we'll figure out how to make it work, but you can never figure it out. It can never work. Think of it. 50,000 people, all of a sudden they have 32,000. They've almost doubled the size with people that came from a rough country, really a rough country. Immediately upon taking the oath of office, I will launch the largest deportation program in American history. After I will rescue every town across America that has been invaded and conquered. They've conquered our country. This is an invasion of a military force. They have weapons that are on par with our U.S. military. But we will put these vicious and bloodthirsty criminals to jail or kick them the hell out of our country, ideally the second, because we don't want to have to pay for the cost, so we'll ideally bring them back to their country. When I first came into the White House, a general came up. I said, General, I want to get MS-13 gangs. They're the worst in the world. MS-13 is very similar, but probably even next year. And we had thousands of them in our country because Barack Hussein Obama could not get them out because the countries from where they came would put airplanes, big ones, on the runway so you couldn't land. They wouldn't let the buses through, and they gave up. Years ago, they gave up, and I said to the general, I want them out. He said, sir, they won't take them back. I said, who? And they said the countries. I won't embarrass them because I know the presidents very well, and they're very streetwise, very smart people. And I said, how much aid do we give those three countries? Sir, we give them $750 million a year. I said, inform them that they're delinquent, that they aren't allowing us to bring back people that belong there, and they are getting no further aid at all from the United States. Early in the morning, I got calls from all three separately, all three. Sir, there seems to be a misunderstanding. And I said, no, there isn't. You sent them over in a caravan. The caravan, I made up that name too. I'm good at names. You know the names? I can't use those names too much because many of them were for Republicans. We had some beauties, but we can use Pocahontas and other people. But I said, listen, I said, you wouldn't take them back. Sir, there seems to be a misunderstanding. We would love to take them back. We love MS-13 so much, sir. Please, please let us take them back, sir. Please. And we sent them back, and they took them like nothing, like nothing. So we send them out of our country, and if they come back into our country, it's an automatic 10 years in jail with no possibility of parole. That way they're not coming back. That way they're not coming back. And you don't hear these ideas from anyone else, I can tell you. And I'm not proud of them, but you also have to wage a little bit of common sense, don't you? Because we're the party of common sense. And I'm hereby calling for the death penalty for any migrant that kills an American citizen or a law enforcement officer. Kamala's migrant invasion, and that's what it is also devastating our great African-American community, stealing American jobs, crushing wages, undercutting the voting power of our own citizens, drugs, crime, and death to our country. And the African-American community and the Hispanic community is being devastated with the jobs. The numbers are down 6, 7, 8, 9%. They're going to work and they're saying, I'm sorry, we're not going to take you anymore. People that have worked there and worked there well for years are now being told they no longer have a job because they have illegal immigrants coming in and taking their job. And I'll tell you what, any African American or Hispanic, and you know how well I'm doing there, that votes for Kamala, you got to have your head examined because they are really screwing you. They are really screwing you. Right? It's happening in numbers. You're going to hear about it. It's a big story. It's a big story. You're going to start hearing about it in a little while. I mean, it's a big story. It's a real, it's terrible. It's terrible. People that have been here for years, they've done a good job. They've got their family. And now all of a sudden, one day, they don't have a job anymore. Kamala's open border policy is a complete and total betrayal of African American communities and Hispanic American communities, and unions are next. Oh, they're going to take on the unions. You watch. Virtually 100% of all of the jobs created in the last year have gone to migrants. I don't know if anybody knows that. The jobs that were created, first of all, the jobs that they got, which made their numbers look better, but they don't count really. They're bounce back jobs. Those are jobs that we had. We had the greatest economy in history. We had to take a pause for the pandemic. We did a good job on that. And then the people, they call it bounce back. It's standard, a very standard phrase, but they call it bounce back. They bounce back. But think of it, of the jobs created, almost every one of those jobs was taken by a migrant. Under Trump, Americans will always come first. Take a look.
Would you have done something differently than President Biden during the past 4 years?
There is not a thing that comes to mind.
I stood there on the tarmac watching you check your watch.
The chaotic and deadly U.S. evacuation from Afghanistan stunned Americans and the world and cost the lives of 13 U.S. soldiers.
Would you have done something differently?
There is not a thing that comes to mind.
More than 13,000 illegal immigrants convicted of murder have been caught at the border and then released into the United States.
An Afghan national is in custody today after being accused of plotting an election day terrorist attack. The suspect entered the U.S. on a special immigrant visa.
Gut-wrenching new details in the murder of Georgia nursing student.
B-Film, leave me out of this, bro. Leave me out of this. You feel free to vote for who you need to vote for. Feel free to support who you need to support. But leave me out of this. Don't put my name in this, bro. I'm just delivering you guys the content. You know what I mean? Don't put no words in my mouth. Don't try to come up with no ideologies for me, sir. You know what I mean? And I'm not a grifter for your information. And I guarantee you, if we was to see each other face to face, you wouldn't call me that. You wouldn't have the heart to call me that in my face, sir. And that's the problem with America nowadays. Because this internet then gave lames, people that's voting Democrat, because, you know, the Democrats want you to be a victim. The Democrats want you to feel like you can't do things on your own. So that's why a lot of people, that's why the majority really got their emotions invested in voting for this Kamala Harris woman. But please leave me out of this, bro. Don't get your feelings hurt. All right? I'm going to drop the link because I doubt you would even jump on this link and call me a grifter to my face. But I will drop the link. So I will give you the equal opportunity, you know what I mean, to be a man today. Be a man today, you know what I mean? Be a man today. Let's see how bad you want to vote for Kamala. So the link dropped. You could jump on the link, you know what I mean? Put it in your Google Chrome and let's get it popping, bro. We can have this debate right now because you're a victim. And all victims are going to vote for Kamala Harris. You know what I mean? Every black person not a victim. It's 14% of us, but about 10% of us are victims. 10% of us are victims, yes. I'm not one. So jump on this link and let's get it. We could debate. We could debate. All right, sir? We understand that your mama reminds you of Kamala Harris. You got one of them Kamala Harris mamas. We get it. We get it.
Laken Riley. The illegal immigrant suspect who cops say committed the heinous murder is a Venezuelan national who crossed the unsecured southern border back in 2022.
2 men investigators say are in the country illegally from Venezuela are charged with capital murder in the death of Jocelyn Nungaray.
A fifth illegal immigrant accused of attacking 2 New York City police.
You should be ashamed because I invited you to the link. You have not hit the link, and yet you still want to run your mouth. That's not manly. It's nothing manly about that, sir. It's nothing human about that. That's cowardly. I dropped the link. You got a whole lot to say in my chat. I told you, you don't have to type it. You can join the link and you can speak this, sir. You can talk your stuff. You know me, I'm all for the smoke. I am all for the smoke.
Police officers over the weekend showed no remorse or regret.
Would you have done something differently?
There is not a thing that comes to mind.
Only 18% say the economy is in excellent or good condition.
US inflation has hit a new 40-year high, increasing by 9.1% over the financial year.
The cost of homes have spiked. Home buyers need to earn 80% more than they did in 2020 to afford a house.
Were you the last person in the room? Yes.
So you're insinuating that I'm robbing the people. So if you insinuating that, then why be the hater? Why be the jealous hater? Why play with me then if that's what you think? Because now that's the comment you just left. Now you're trying to make it like if I'm ripping my people off, having nobody give me nothing. You see the stream. I only got about 6 likes on the damn stream. So how am I requiring anybody for anything? Have I asked anybody for anything? You see, that's your problem, yo. You're a hater, bro. You are a hater, yo. That's sad, bro. And you sit here and you focus and you distract yourself on Carmella and Donald Trump, and you ain't doing nothing. So regardless of who wins, you still ain't got nothing done for yourself, dummy. It wouldn't matter who win. Who you going for? Let's play this game. Who you going for? You going for Carmella, right? So she gonna win, and what happened? What you gonna get? Because you ain't working on nothing right now. You have nothing right now. So when Carmella win, what you gonna get? What reward are you gonna get? Dummy.
So she would do nothing different. Think of it. You have the worst administration in the history of our country. The happiest person, you've heard me say this, Jimmy Carter, because he looks brilliant by comparison. His administration by comparison is brilliant, so he's happy. He's an old guy now, but he's a happy man. Just this week, I was proud to receive the official and unanimous endorsement of America's Border Patrol agents, all 100%, all of them.
For the record, so that we are clear, I am voting for Donald Trump, not because I care about or I believe everything that come out of his mouth, because I don't. I'm voting for Donald Trump like every logical human being that has some common sense. We want the devil with less of the years. I'm voting for Trump because if the man get in there and he go back on anything he said and it start to get tough and it start to get real like how it is right now under Carmella and Biden, we only got 4 years to deal with that. I am not voting for Carmella so that we end up with 8 fucking years of matriarchal foolery. I'm not.
And I was also honored to receive the endorsement of the Fraternal Order of Police, something they don't do easily. I mean, but they said, we have no choice. We have no choice. 400,000 law enforcement officers nationwide. So they did something to Biden that was amazing. They stole the election from him. I mean, I'm not a fan of Biden. Who could be? But they stole the election. They took it away like candy from a baby. And he's angry. And they're all angry. They're angry as hell. I think he likes me more than he likes her. Can you believe it? I believe that. I believe that, Steve. He likes me more than her. Can you believe it? But we will restore law and order in America. But here's what, to do it, you have to do one thing. I don't want your money. I don't want anything. I just want you to get out and vote and get your friends to vote. That's it. I don't want money. Just go and vote. So we're pleased to be joined with some incredible people, friends of mine, talented people. You have a lot of great people in the state. Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones, please, Burt, stand up.
So what? So what? You're voting for a felon who locked up 1 million people for no reason. Any way you put it, you're going to be voting for a scumbag. Why are you going to vote for the scumbag that's going to give you more scum? Why do you want to vote for the 8-year scumbag instead of the 4-year scumbag? Now let's see how well you do math. Let's see how smart you are. Let's see your common sense, dummy. And y'all so fixated. Y'all just hate men. I bet you these are all the women here. These are all the women fighting for the right to mismanage their fish hole. Because that's the only reason why y'all fighting for Carmella so hard. Because y'all want the right to mismanage your fish hole without consequences. Y'all some nasty bald head roaches, bro. Because that's all the pushback. You get all of this pushback from these irresponsible, these sexually irresponsible women. That's all. Point blank and period. Nasty.
Members of Congress, Mike Collins. Mike, great guy.
Shut up, boss man. I'm still crying about 2002. I got, sir. I got 21 years of child support. I'm still crying over that. Us men have a right to cry because us men have been done dirty, dragged in these streets, done dirty, lied to our whole life, from our mother lying to our wife lying. So I would not let it go either. They cheated the man, and they know they cheated the man, and he should not have to let that go. But you see, fake has become such the new real to most of you that you want him to ignore the fact that he got cheated. Go sit down somewhere, bro. Go sit down. Y'all not ready. Y'all definitely not ready for a channel like this. I don't know what channel y'all been surfing on throughout the day, this day, but y'all not ready for this channel. I advise y'all to unsubscribe and just go somewhere, bro. Go. Go. I don't need your viewership. Trust and believe that. I'm not a beggar. I'm not one of them begging content creators. Hey, go. Just go.
Tough guy. Tough guy. We're not playing. You don't play games. He said, oh, put me in that committee. I want to be in that committee to cut costs. He'll do a better job. Nobody could do like that. Thanks, Mike. Somebody that's been unbelievable at searching out really bad, sick politicians on the other side. He was accused of, he walked in with a couple of young constituents to show him the Capitol, as I remember it. And they accused him of showing in Russia's what? And he became, instead of most people, they say, oh, please, he became the opposite, indignant and wild. And he has done some job on the committee. Barry Loudermilk. We love you, Barry. Courage. Remember, I remember that. It's what they have pictures of walking around with 2 kids from the area, and the parents, they were Russian. These people are sick. And all it did is made him angry. And you have done some job, so we appreciate it. A man that we've.
I'm silly, but you're going to sit here on a silly channel. So how much is your time worth to you then? Because you've been here for about 10 minutes now. You've been here for a hot 10 minutes, maybe even more than 10 minutes. So we know that 10 minutes of your time, 10 minutes of your time is silly since you here at this hot, silly channel, right? And you going to be here too. You ain't got no plans on logging off. You finna sit here and suck in every word Donald Trump say out his mouth, but you don't like him. So tell me, Todd, how many bad toxic relationships have you stayed in, sir? How you probably a cuckolder right now as we speak, because you the type of dude that have that mental illness that you won't like something, but you would sit there and watch it and then comment on it, but you say you don't like it. You see, this is the mental illness, and this is why a lot of y'all with that loser spirit stuck up underneath your arm like deodorant. Y'all don't understand success. Y'all don't understand successful people, a successful story, because y'all so far removed from a win, all y'all know is losing. All y'all know is losers. All y'all can relate to is the losers and the victims.
Said hello to that you've experienced. He's got a big future. He's a fantastic guy and a friend of mine, Byron Donalds. Byron, thank you. A very strong, smart person, a woman who is amazing, actually, to me. She's really amazing. Marjorie Taylor Greene. Thank you. And another warrior who's always been with us, Rich McCormick. Where's Rich? Thank you. Thank you, Rich. And a really good guy, a former congressman, so respected by everybody, Doug Collins. Thank you, Doug. And your former senator, who was really a terrific person and respected so much in Washington and still is I think even more respected now, Kelly Loeffler. Thank you, Kelly. Good job. The next congressman from Georgia's 3rd Congressional District, he's worked with me since like 2015, before 16. And everybody, after they got to know him, they said, could we use him too? He was, there was nobody like him. He's going to be a congressman. I think he always wanted to be a congressman. And when the seat came up in his district where he grew up, I said, go ahead. And did he win? Man, did he win.
Do you have a wig on? Idle spin? Do you have a wig on? Do you have makeup on? Do you have your real nails on? Don't call this man a clown. You a clown. You and your modern woman are more clowns than this man. Think about it. Your modern woman got more clown attributes than Donald Trump. Now prove me wrong. Prove me wrong.
Bert, what's going on with him? He's making us all look bad. He got so many votes. Brian Jack. Where's Brian Jack? Thank you. There he is. There he is. Is he a natural or what? Everybody loves this guy. I love this guy. It's not my thing either, but I love him. He is a special character, that one. Are you enjoying it, Brian? Good. He's got the word. He got the whole deal. He's good. He's going to be good for a long time. Your Insurance and Safety Fire Commissioner, John King. Thank you, John, very much. Thank you, John. Thank you, John. Public Service Commissioner, Bubba McDonald. Bubba. What a man. A very special state senator. I just met his daughter. You know, believe it or not, I was at another place 2 hours ago. I've been doing this for 42 days straight without arrest. Can you believe it? 42. But 2.5 hours ago, I was in another little different part of your state. And this beautiful young woman said, my father is Brandon Beach. And I'm much more impressed with him now than it was 2.5. This guy is such a great patriot. State Senator Brandon Beach, thank you. And your daughter is fantastic. She was so proud of you. I said, he's that good, isn't he, right? She said, he's even better than that. You got a good daughter. So it's great to meet her. Georgia GOP Chairman Josh McCoon, and he is good. He is good. So Josh, stand up for how the hell are we?
You're more of a clown than Trump, bro. I'm telling you, you're more of a clown than Trump. You are. And save the sympathy and save the victim stuff. Because when you fly off your mouth, I get to be fly off my mouth. So I don't care who dead or who died in your family. You got fly, I got fly. And you still wrong, sir. Understand that. Understand that.
Doing well? Are we doing as well as I'm hearing? All right, that's what I'm hearing. And we're no longer in poll territory, right? We're in territory of like votes coming in. You know, we're not really looking so much at polls anymore. The votes are coming in, and they're coming in at a nice level for us, right? He's done a fantastic job. Thank you, Josh. I appreciate it. A woman who I've known for a long time.
That's the problem with you females now. This right here. This right here. You don't even know if his story is correct, man. You don't even know if her story is correct. You don't know. She could be lying. She could be, you know, people kill their parents off just to prove a point nowadays on social media. Everybody want to be liked instead of successful. And you can't be both. So we all gonna vote for the woman that we like or we think we like. She's not successful, guys, at nothing. Stop trying to be liked. Stop trying to people please.
I mean, she's always been there for us. She's a special woman, very religious person.
What did I say that was racist? Now, why are you Democrats so victimish and so sensitive? And y'all delusional and y'all liars. And then y'all go sticking stuff. What did I say that was racist, man? What did I say that was racist? Do you need to drop the link? Because maybe you can't type it. So I would drop the link and you can come on the show and you could explain to me what did I say that was racist? Because now you're gonna try to hit me with some semantics now. Now you think I'm a dummy, right? You think I'm a dummy. You're a woman. So we can't even talk about what's racist or not, all right? Black men can't be racist, but you can. A black woman can. Carmella can. Yes, y'all got my body, my choice. So that's power. That means you can be racist, ma'am. I can't be racist. Remember that? Remember? Black people can't be racist, but black women can. Remember? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I already could tell somebody let the dummies in. The people that like entertainment on YouTube, this is not my regular people. This is not my regular audience. So YouTube is serving my content somewhere else right now. Because I normally have educated, critically thinking folks coming into my doors. They already know not to play with me. You should know by the thumbnail, don't play with me, bro. So hold on. Hold the F up. You lucky. Wait up. Chris Hogan says, it's funny, people saying to go read something won't do their own research and get their talking points from inside MSNBC, but whole. Man, yo. What you want to listen to, man? Thanks for the $5 super chat. You know what I mean? What you want to hear for that, man? He's spot on, B. So we're going to go to Camilla and her demonic self. Because for a man to vote for Camilla, that says a lot about you, sir. What are you saying? You want to be a female? Because that's all you get if she win. You get a free sex change if she win.
No, Kamala Harris, she's running for the vice presidency. I call her Miss Lock Up a Brother, for when she was the AG in California, a Negro knew, a black man knew that he was dead in the water. He was dead in the water. Matter of fact, you don't need a trial. You might well go into jail if you appear before her, because she took pride in locking up black folk. And now all of a sudden she's trying to be sister girl. I'm telling it. Check out her record. She locked us up left and right. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Yes, you did, Kamala, however I should pronounce it. You did. And now we're supposed to forget all that stuff. And she boasted in California that she was one of the first. I got the tape queued, but my time's up today. One of the first I showed you Thursday night to perform a same-sex marriage. Y'all want to see it? You want to see it? Let it rip.
Let the rings exchanged and the vows declared symbolize your commitment, sincerity, and affection.
Yeah.
And may your love never falter.
May your love never falter.
By virtue of the power and authority vested in me by the state of California, I now declare you.
Oh, Kamala Harris. Oh.
Yeah, you can say whatever you want and I'll be weak. I'm the weak man leader because I am damn sure scared of Lilith. Yes, I'm a God-fearing man and he told me to fear Lilith. So I'm scared of Lilith. I'm scared of any woman that only want to protect the LBGT kids. A eater of man and a destroyer of babies, I'm scared of her. And that's Lilith. You see, but y'all don't do y'all research. Y'all run around here going with the ways of the world, actually believing what you see and don't think it's deeper than what you see. It's a spiritual war, guys. This gender war is a spiritual war. So ain't no man scared of no woman, but I am scared of Lilith, sis. So nice try. I told you already. I'm not that dude. I'm not one of them dudes. You not gonna be able to try to shame me or all that funny stuff that y'all do to them weak men. You know, the weak sisters, y'all do this to the weak men, the men that y'all attract to. It's not gonna work for me, sweetheart. It's not. I got two daughters, one 22, one 17. In fact, my 17 just walked in right now, dummy. I got a whole wife, a virtuous woman, dummy. So, like, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. But again, all I did was play the content, and then here y'all go trying to stick shit on. Like, yo, watch the content. If you don't like Trump, you don't like Trump. Leave. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Simple.
And every time she sees me, she prays. And I say, from you, I accept that, and I will always accept it. Alveda King. Thank you, Alveda. Thank you. Good genes. She's got very good genes. Beautiful genes. And a friend of mine, one of the most successful business people in the country, a great, great developer from Florida, New York, and a lot of other places, but just a terrific person. And he's become, I think he loves politics, but he wants to just make sure we all do well.
Oh, no, Zone. Zone. Don't say that, Zone. Don't say that, Zone. Don't say that. Because if that's the case, why do they hate Candace Owens? Because Candace Owens is smarter than Carmella. Candace Owens got this political shit to a science. And she got a white husband. So don't say that, Zone. But I know what you mean, Zone. They just stupid. They just stupid. They programmed to be stupid, yo. They don't make no sense. They make no sense, boy. Dummies, yo. And I'm talking to the dumb ones. Those that know, we know. We rather have 4 years of the devil we know than 8 years of the devil we don't know yet.
That's all he wants. Mr. Steve Witkoff. Steve? Thank you, Steve. Great. Thanks, Steve. So here are the facts. Kamala Harris is a radical left Marxist, rated even worse than Bernie Sanders or Elizabeth Warren. That's Pocahontas. Remember, her mother said, she's Indian. Why? Because she's got high cheekbones. That was the reason. So I immediately called her Pocahontas. And that was the end of her. She was leading in the presidential race, you know? And I don't think she likes me too much. But the mother said she had high cheekbones.
In fact, Mike Jones, we got an inside peek. So we really do know that new devil. And we know we got 8 more years of that if we do let that devil in. So come on now, like it's common sense, guys. This is what happened when you put your feelings and emotions to stuff. Remember, guys, what I need y'all to do, I don't got it here on this channel. But hold on, it's worth me switching over just to show y'all this shit. I need y'all to get with it, man. I need y'all to get with it. These are your feelings and emotions. These are your emotions right here. Gain control over your emotions. Too many of y'all let these people control your emotions. And when you give your emotions to people, they charge you. It come at a price. You gotta pay. When you're not handling your emotions, somebody else is handling your emotions at your expense. I want you to know that, guys. So y'all can get here and get all frustrated and be all mad because you have no power in your reality because you're not working on nothing. So now you're going to take this here debate as a means to try to come up. Bro, just work on your reality and you won't be in somebody's chat that you don't know trying to argue and trying to play like you know everything. Work on your reality, all right? Because it don't matter who win. If your reality is trash, the day they take office, your reality's still gonna be trash, duh.
Cheekbones, and I said, Pocahontas, and then all the hell, the world went crazy. And she actually went out and got a test, remember? And she was so happy. 1,024. In other words, maybe 1,000,000 years ago, there was a possibility. But she was happy. She said, this proves I'm an Indian. And I said, no, I have more Indian blood in me, and I don't have any. I'd love to, but I don't have any. And that was the end of her presidential run. That was the end. I did the world a favor. Of course, look what we got. Look what we got. Kamala destroyed our economy. She was an original creator to defund the police movement. And anybody who wants to defund the police.
Facts, Maria, you was on point. You sound like Mrs. Goodbread. Not to compare y'all two, but you sound Miss Goodbread can't stand this man. Miss Goodbread can't stand Donald Trump to the point she says I'm not even voting this year because normally she go to the vote. I let her go. I pick who we gonna vote for and then she go vote. You know what I mean? This year she said I got to go to the thing. She said you got to go vote for him. she don't like him. She don't like him, but she know right is right. And it ain't about what you like. It ain't about how you feel. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to make the sacrifices, ladies. You got to sacrifice how you feel and what caters to your flesh for what is right and what is the way by God. Now, I'm not comparing Trump to no God or nothing. I'm just saying we know the best years we had as a country was under this man. Under this man right here. And a lot of y'all know that. See, y'all probably was younger when we had them other presidents, so you don't know what you didn't know. You wasn't paying attention. But with Trump, I could say that majority of my viewers, my audiences, and they 38 from 38 to 45, we got a chance to understand what was going on from about the time Obama came in to now. When Obama we knew what we knew. We wasn't just little. We wasn't just little unless you just walking around here being a dummy. And you know what I mean? Because a lot of y'all was scared of politics until Obama, until Jay-Z and Jeezy came with my president black. That was when a lot of y'all start saying, let me look at some politics. And that's okay. At least you did it. At least you did it. You know what I mean? But yes, guys, we understand. We got to pay attention now. We can't go off of our feelings and what our grandmother told us to vote for. Cause my mama too. My mama a funny one. I was in an argument with her yesterday. She was trying to tell me all this shit that Carmella gonna do for the people, and I'm sitting there listening to her. And you know your mama, she gonna try to overtalk you and try to get all emotions. And so I'm just sitting there listening to her, waiting for my turn to talk and for my turn to give my little 2 cents on what I know Trump fitting to do. And I never got a chance though, but that's never here, never there. But I did tell her, I did get a chance to tell her I'm not voting for her. I am not voting for her. Now fuck it. I was gonna explain to you why you should vote for this person, but since I'm not getting a chance to explain it because you're trying to dominate me with the bullshit, I'm gonna just let you know I'm not voting for her. So whatever else you're talking about, you's falling on deaf ears. But that's that. But Sambo Blacks is the ones that got money though. Sambo Black got more money than you. So why the poor people voting for the poor woman? Why is the poor black folks voting for Carmella? Like let's make some science. Let's just try to get some type of education. You know what I mean? Let's try to get some type of education, yo, because y'all niggas is really, really mad and y'all really got y'all feelings attached to this joint. You know that in the past, right? The Democratic Party, preferably the women, made a deal to vote Democrats for 200 years, right? And we have been voting Democrat. And what have we got? What have we got? Remember, the link is there, drop. So for all of you that's highly invested, that got nothing nice to say out your mouth, you can jump on the link. You put this link, you copy this link, and you paste it in your Google, and you can jump on this link, and you can tell me how you feel. You ain't got to type it in there and be a coward. I will be whatever you want to call me, right? But you don't be a coward because the link is there. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? The link is there. I dropped the link. So, like, for those, the ones that it's in your stomach, you say these mean things about me who you don't know from your stomach, from the pit of your stomach, jump on the link. Jump on the link. I would hate for you to misspell something or to run out of space in characters. So it come off better. It come off better hearing it. You know what I mean? So jump on the link and talk. You know what I mean? Don't be a coward. Don't be a coward. You know what I mean?
Police for even 1 week or 1 day is not worthy of being president of the United States. It's a radical left person. Kamala vowed to abolish ICE. She wants to let her millions of illegal Medicare.
Last time I checked, it said until the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, blah blah blah. Never once did Democrat or democracy get mentioned. So I'm not mentioning it. It's made up, it's satanic, and it's devilish. So no, I'm never gonna vote for that. I'm never gonna vote for that. I'm not. I'll tell your grandmother why she shouldn't vote for it.
Or she wants to raid Medicare. That's what they're going to do. Raid Medicare, Social Security. She wants to ban fracking as California Attorney General. That's what she did. And she redefined child sex trafficking, assault with a deadly weapon, and rape of an unconscious person as totally nonviolent crimes. She said they're nonviolent crimes. She pledged to confiscate your guns and endorsed a total ban on handgun ownership. She even called for free sex changes for prisoners and illegal aliens in detention at taxpayer expense. And here's something she did that was terrible. On her resume, she said she worked at McDonald's. Oh. She never worked at McDonald's. So in conclusion, with your vote this November, we are going to fire Kamala and save America. Right. We will teach our children to love our country, honor our history, and always cherish our great American flag. We will cut your taxes, slash your prices, raise your wages, and create the greatest job boom the world has ever seen. We're going to do that. It's not going to even be hard. We are going to do it through low taxes and high tariffs, actually. We won't have any inflation.
And you didn't hear what I said, Franklin. Franklin, you did not hear what I said because you probably came in too late. Franklin, I'm an educated man. I'm a God-fearing man. I believe in the real God, right? And so what that means is I don't gotta vote because I don't care about voting. Voting, doesn't matter who wins, right? Every 4 years, somebody's gonna come into the seat. They're gonna change some rules. Some might stay the same, but for the most part, they're gonna change some rules, right? Just like at your job, right? When you go under new management, new people come in, they bring their people with them, and shit change, right? You might have could take a 45-minute lunch before. Now you're not. You're taking a 30-minute lunch, right? And if you try to take your 45-minute lunch under the new regime, what's gonna happen? You're gonna get fired, right? So every 4 years, somebody's gonna come in to the seat, to the White House with their little F stuff, right? You know what I mean? They little ways, they ways of the world. That has nothing to do with me. If I believe in God and I know my Constitution, what that got to do with me? Well, how does that affect me? I'm building, right? Like, take me for an example. Take me for an example. This is where the swag come from. I got my own company right now, and I got about 4 sources of income, four sources of passive income. Whether Carmela win or Donald Trump win, how does that affect me? That's all I'm trying to tell you. If you working on something, you don't got to pay attention. You don't got to be distracted by this. But now, if you're not working on something, you're dead wrong because ain't nobody coming to save you. Donald Trump nor Kamala Harris. You know that, right? Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's coming to give you nothing, not even God, right? You know that, right? That's the part I don't think y'all know, because it's y'all, and it's y'all type. It's the us. You know the us in that song by Kendrick? Because the us is them. They the us, y'all. I'm telling you. It's the us that think somebody got to give them something. It's nasty work out here, yo.
And we're going to do it. We're going to have a boom, and the auto industry is going to boom like it's never boomed before.
Well, I'm voting for Trump because he only got 4 years, bro. Whether he's lying or telling the truth, he only got 4 years to lie to me. or tell me the truth. I am not voting for Carmella because she has 8 years, whether she's lying or telling the truth. She has 8 years to lie to me if she gets in. I don't like that. I don't like the odds. That puts me at damn near 50 years old by the time I get done run through the ragged with her. By the time she get done running me through the ragged, I'm 50-something years old. That's fucked up. If I could avoid that, I'm going to avoid that. How about you? How about you? You know what I mean? How about you? And then we acting like we didn't witness 4 years with Donald Trump. That was not better than what we just went through right now. Come on now. Come on. You can't be like, yeah, come I understand. Like, I understand a lot of y'all dropped out of school because you had babies way too early. You know what I mean? And all of the other stuff. A lot of y'all never really was dope in school. Your moms just came and talked to the teachers and always made a good relationship with your teachers. So your teachers gave you the grades and shit. But you not smart, yo. You're not smart. You can get smart. And no, I don't think I'm better than you. You just know. You feel it in your bones that the boy got it. It's supposed to be you, but it's not because you refuse to go get some new information. You want to run around here with that stuff that your grandmother who votes Democratic gave you. Stop it, stop it, stop it.
We will hire American, buy American, build American, grow American, and show the whole world that the American dream is back, bigger, better, and stronger than ever before. I will stop the global theft of American jobs and turn the U.S. into the manufacturing superpower of the world. I will end the war in Ukraine, stop the chaos in the Middle East, and prevent World War III. I can do that. I will crush violent crime and give our police the support, protection, resources, and respect they so dearly. I'll tell you what, we have to give our police, we have to take care of our police. And it's turning out to be more dangerous than ever. And once we give them that power back, it will be much less dangerous than ever. But right now, being a policeman or a policewoman is very dangerous. We have to give them back their honor, and we have to shield them, and we're going to indemnify them against being hurt because, they do something that's good and they lose their family, they lose their pension, they lose their house, they lose their...
Chris, we're part of whether he lying or not, because Carmella lying too. But you get 8 years of Carmella lies and you get 4 years of Donald Trump lies. We got to pick somebody. You got to pick somebody, right? Who you going to pick? That's what I'm telling you. You mean to tell me you can't understand that? You can't, hold on, let me put this cup. You can't comprehend that, Chris? That's what I'm saying, with the smiley face. Nah, bud, what? You can't comprehend that he's lying and she's lying. With him, you only got to deal with 4 years of the lie, and with her, you got to deal with 8 years of the lie? All right, cool.
Everything. Now we're going to indemnify them if they're right, and we're going to find that most of them, they're going to right. And you always have bad apples. It's a shame. It's a horrible thing. But sometimes you have to just say, but we always have bad apples, and we'll do everything we can to get those bad apples the hell out. But we have to take care of our police and our law enforcement.
Chris, I'm trying not to block you because you distracted me right now. And I want you to have freedom of speech. You know what I mean? Because I'm practicing for when Carmella do win. Because that's all they're going to be doing all day. Canceling people. Oh, bullying. Oh, hate speech. So I'm practicing right now. Oh, yeah, I'm practicing. I'm getting my practice on because when and if she do win, I know it's going to be, you can't tell the truth. You ain't going to be able to call a spade or nothing. No, everybody got to be nice. We got to run around here with, pretend to be nice. And, that's mean. And, he's misogynist. And so I'm practicing right now. And I'm trying not to block you. Bro. Thank you. That's all. How did Trump harm the black community? They don't have facts, man. These people don't have facts. They sit around and they listen to the bald-head women in the matriarch part side of their family, right? They listen to the bald-head women, and they need something from these bald-head women, whether that be fish hole or protection for their, roof over their head. So they sit there and keep hearing these bald-head women who we know why she gonna vote, why they voting for Carmella, but they hear their story and then they know what I mean? Or these niggas ain't never worked hard in their life. Never worked hard in their life. They got the sob. It's always somebody else's story. So they haven't built nothing and they think rich people supposed to give them something, bro. They really think rich people supposed to give them something. They don't even understand how just this knowledge right here, this knowledge is all a rich person gonna give you. Because a rich person not gonna give you no money. And they don't have to give you no money. Because you need the knowledge. You need the knowledge. Because even if all the rich people gave all these poor victim motherfuckers all their money, check back with the rich people that gave all their money in a year, they're going to be rich again. And the poor people, the little victims that think somebody should get them something, check back with them in a year. They're going to be right back broke. Looking for somebody to get him something else now. Finding reasons for somebody to give it to him. Oh, because I had it, and then somebody swindled it. Oh, they took it from me. All types of excuses, though. All types of excuses.
Enforcement. That's why our country is going to hell with crime. We will strengthen and modernize our military. We will build a missile defense shield all around our country, and it'll be made right here. A lot of it's going to be made, as you know, you do a lot of it. It's going to be made in the USA, but it's going to be made a lot of it right here. And we will put the stars and stripes on the surface of Mars very soon. Very soon. We'll get Elon, get those rockets going, Elon. Get them going. You know, he's going to send a rocket up very soon to pick up the two guys. How would you like to be stuck in space? I said, when are you sending that? Very soon. I'm just about ready to send it. It's like, it's like sending a bus for him. We will rebuild our cities, including our capital in Washington, D.C., making them safe, clean, and beautiful again. They will get critical, and we will do this. Critical race theory and transgender insanity will be out of our schools immediately.
Let's go. Let's go. They don't want that. They don't want that. They don't want to talk about that part, though. They don't want to talk about that. That part they don't want to talk about because they want the little fairies to be walking around here. They want the little My Little Ponies to be walking around here because that was the deal that they brokered with the three angels when they came after Lilith, remember? She said she will protect the kids with the emblem around their neck. Remember? Remember? She gonna destroy man and the eater of all babies except for the babies with the emblem around their neck. Remember? Do your research. Like, there's so many levels of knowledge here. Like, this is why I don't mind y'all sharing your opinion on who y'all vote for. Just keep your attacks on Trump or Carmella. Don't bring that joint over here to me, bro, because I'm going to vote for who I want to vote for. Because I'm probably smarter than both candidates on the low. I know what's going on in the spiritual sense more than both candidates. They part of the ways of the world. I'm so detached from the ways of the world in my spirit. Like, let's stop playing. Nobody wanted to jump on the link. All you bold, sassy, chat texting folks, nobody wanted to join the link and speak and be heard, right? Freedom of speech. Nobody, you see what I mean? Y'all cry for stuff and don't even really want it. You cry for stuff and don't even want it. You want to be heard, you want your opinion to count, and you want everything. And when I give you the open floor and the open mic, don't nobody want it though. You see? That's how you know y'all be hating. Y'all got that loser spirit in you. You don't even want it. You just don't want me with it, right? This hard work telling the truth and being unbiased, so it's hard work. You think I get something like what? It is from God. I don't get nothing from the people. But y'all ain't nobody want to hit the link. All that nasty talk and coon this and coon that, and nobody wanted to hit the link and call me a coon to my face. Y'all funny, boy. Woo. I see why y'all voting for Carmella.
Immediately. And we will keep men out of women's sports. I will defend religious liberty, your right to free speech, and the right to keep and bear arms. And the Second Amendment is under siege. You know that the Second Amendment is under siege. It will not be 4 years. It was under siege, I will tell you. But we're going to protect our Second Amendment 100%. After years of Thank you. After years of building up other countries, we will protect our borders, defend our families, and protect our American suburbs, cities, and towns. We're going to protect our country. We will end the sanctuary cities immediately and stop illegal immigration once and for all. No more sanctuary cities. We will put American citizens first, American children first, American patients first, American taxpayers first, American workers first, and American communities first. We will put our country first. We will put communists, Marxists, and fascists last, and they will always stay last. From Savannah to Columbus, from Marietta to Macon, and from Augusta to Atlanta, we inherit the legacy of red-blooded American patriots who poured out their blood, sweat, and tears to defend this country they love. We stand on the shoulders of American heroes who crossed the oceans, settled the continent, tamed the wilderness, laid down the railroads, raised up those big, beautiful skyscrapers. You're welcome. Won 2 world wars, defeated fascism and communism, and gave everything they had for our rights and for our freedom. And we are not going to lose the nation that they worked for and for.
Al McAllister, what's the rest of that quote since you know it so well? What's the rest of that quote since you know it so well? I bet you don't know the rest of that quote. Al McAllister, since you so smart, Al, what's the rest of the quote that you used just now, bro? We're going to give you 2 minutes since you so smart. Because I done told y'all about running around here using half of the quote. Like if you so smart and you just sassy and dumb. That's all. You sassy and dumb. But you got about 1 minute and 30 seconds to type in what's the rest of that quote, dummy. I bet you don't know it. Cause all y'all do is hear stuff that sound cute and then you go regurgitate it and then make yourself look so dumb. Time ticking. Time ticking. You don't know the rest of the quote. So you should not use it if you don't know the rest of the quote. You know what I mean? Ignorance is bliss, but folly is to be wise. All right? So before you go using something, know the whole quote, sir. Know the whole quote, sir. Dummy, yo.
Fought for and died for. We are not going to lose it. We will not be invaded. We will not be occupied. We will not be conquered. We will defeat the enemy at all levels of combat. We will defend our civilization, reclaim our sovereignty, and we will be a strong, proud, and free nation once again. Right? Thank you. Thank you very much. Everyone will prosper, every family will thrive, and every day will be filled with the opportunity and hope of a lifetime. But for that to happen, we must defeat Kamala Harris and stop her radical left agenda once and for all. We want a landslide that's too big, too big. We can't let anything happen. Early voting is underway. Get everyone out. Get everyone you know. Just get them all out to vote. Go tomorrow. After all we have been through together, we stand on the verge of the 4 greatest years in the history of our country. These will be, despite the fact that we've been set back so far by incompetent, vicious, foolish leadership, we will have the 4 greatest years in the history of our country. And with your help, from now until Election Day, we will redeem America's promise and we will take back the nation that we love. Nothing will sway us, nothing will slow us, and no one will stop us. We will press forward to our magnificent American destiny. And together we will fight, fight, fight. We have to get out and vote. We have to win, win, win. We got to win, win, win. If you don't win, 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 we've all had a good time, but it's not going to matter, right? Sadly, because what we've done is amazing. 3 nominations in a row. What we've done, we got to win. If we don't win, it's like it was all for not very much. We can't let that happen. November 5th will be the most important day in the history of our country, and together we will make America powerful again. We will make America wealthy again. We will make America healthy again. We will make America strong again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. And we will make America great again. Thank you, Georgia. God bless you. God bless you, Georgia. Thank you. God bless you all.
Yo, y'all wrap up, strap up, drink responsibly. Do not play with your life, guys. See y'all next time.
And like I told Barack, if I reach something where there's a fundamental disagreement we have based on a moral principle, I'll develop some disease and say I have to resign. We don't have that. We haven't, and we discussed it.
Somebody out like they better off without you, man. Let them go. Especially when you know you pressure. It's either gonna make a diamond or it's gonna bust a pipe. And a lot of times, man, that pressure be busting a pipe, man. You be too much pressure and people don't even know what to do with you. That's what it really be, man. People don't know what to do with you. You be too much for them. So what they gonna do? They gonna go get something basic. They gonna level down. They supposed to be trying to level up, but they go level down. They don't know how to take you. They don't know how to handle you. They don't know what to do with you. They don't know how to love you. They don't know how to build with you. They don't know how to get money with you. They don't know how to understand you. You too much pressure. They be knowing they be in over their head, man. You pressure, man. Remember that. Don't ever feel like you gotta kill your flames for somebody else to shine or to be with somebody else, man. If you gotta dim your light for somebody else, man, you don't even need them around you anyway. You feel me? Cause don't forget, man, this the same world that'll tear you down. This the same world that'll kick you while you down, man. You better feel like you pressure. It ain't about feeling like your shit